Good morning, Year 5. Your learning intention today is to identify different types of angles. Now, just a quick introduction about angles. An angle is formed when two lines meet at a point. So you can see here that these two lines have met at a point, and that has created an angle. Angles are measured in degrees, and the degree sign looks like this. And to measure angles, we use a protractor. This gives us an accurate measurement, and that is something we will go on to look at in the next few lessons. There are 4 different types of angles. So you have an acute angle, a right angle, obtuse angle, and a reflex angle. What we are going to do is use a method to help us remember all the different types of angles. So the word I've chosen here to help you remember the 4 different types of angles is raw, like lions do. Okay, and I'm going to show you what each letter stands for and give you a little bit of information about each angle. Right, so let's have a look at the first angle. So R stands for a right angle. A right angle is always 90 degrees. It's never anything more than 90 degrees, and it's never anything less than 90 degrees. The way to identify a right angle is you'll always notice that there's a box drawn on the interior of the angle. Interior is a mathematical word and means inside. Sometimes you might have angles drawn on the outside like this, but when it comes to a right angle, it's always drawn on the interior. And for a right angle, and only a right angle, the angle is shown as a box on the inside like this. A right angle is bigger than an acute angle, but smaller than an obtuse angle. If you look around your house right now, you'll notice that there are a lot of objects in your home that have a right angle. For example, if you're on a tablet right now, you'll see that your tablet will have a corner shaped like this, like a right angle. Your TV will have a right angle. A photo frame might have a right angle. And right angles don't only come positioned like this. They could be this way, so many different ways. So they're not always positioned straight. Okay, so you have to make sure that when you see this box on the interior, that will help you identify that is a right angle, and you'll know straight away that is 90 degrees. Let's move on to the second angle. So O. O stands for obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees and less than 180 degrees. The angle is always on the interior, on the inside. And as you can see, this is slightly different to a right angle, because a right angle had a box on the inside, whereas this one has a round angle inside. Okay, it is bigger than a right angle and acute angle, but it's smaller than a reflex angle. And we can see straight away that is bigger than a right angle because this is how a right angle would look. And we can see that this line here takes it past a right angle, so it is bigger than that. And that's how you can help identify straight away if it's an obtuse angle, acute angle, or a right angle. Again, they don't always look like that. They can be positioned differently. So you can see that it can look like this, it can be positioned this way, all types of ways. But the main thing is you notice that it is an obtuse angle. You can see how wide the angle is as well. That looks wider than a right angle, and that helps you identify how it is an obtuse angle. A. A stands for acute angle. An acute angle is always less than 90 degrees. The angle is always on the interior, on the inside, just like the right angle and like the obtuse angle. Again, we don't have a box for the angle, it's more of a curve instead. It is the smallest angle, smaller than the right angle, obtuse and reflex angle. I always think the best way to remember this is if you look at acute, you've got the word cute in there. And when we think of cute, we think of something small, like a baby. Okay, we think the cute, and that's the best way to remember how the angle is the smallest one. It's less than 90 degrees, and straight away, if I put this red line in here, that would be a right angle, but you can see that this line is over here, so it's definitely smaller than a right angle, and we know it's definitely less than 90 degrees. Again, it can be positioned in different ways. It doesn't always have to be straight. But you can straight away see from there that it's smaller than a right angle, so you would know it's an acute angle. So we're on to our last letter for raw. R stands for reflex angle. So a reflex angle is more than 180 degrees but less than 360. The angle is always shown on the exterior, on the outside. So if you remember, when we were looking at the right angle, acute angle and obtuse angle, those angles were on the interior, on the inside. But to help you identify a reflex angle, you would know if it is a reflex angle straight away by seeing the angle on the outside. It is the biggest angle, bigger than a right angle, obtuse and acute angle. And again, it's not always positioned like this. Can be like this, can be in many different ways, but the best way to identify a reflex angle is by looking and seeing that the angle is on the exterior. That way you'll know straight away it's a reflex angle. Right, so your task for today, what I want you to do is fill out this grid here. So I've started you off with an example on this PowerPoint. In the first box, I want you to draw what the angle looks like, and then use the PowerPoint to add some information. So what I've done is I've said it is always 90 degrees, it's smaller than an obtuse angle and reflex angle but bigger than acute angle, and it always has a box drawn on the interior which makes it different to the other angles. If you remember, we have a box for this one, but the other angles had more of a curve angle inside. So that's some information I've got there. It's important to fill out this grid because over the next week or so we're going to be working on different tasks to do with angles, and if you have this information to hand, it'll make it easy for you to answer them questions as well. So please make sure you put your angle in for obtuse. So you might draw it like this, put your angle inside, put some information in these three boxes here, and then the same for acute and the same for reflex. Watch the video again if you need to get the information. When you've done that, take a picture and send it in on Google Classroom. I know that you can do it. You've been working so hard since we started this e-learning. But again, if you do get stuck with anything, just make sure you message and we'll be there to support you. Have a great day. Bye.